Hey y'all, Jamie here, proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, I came home early on one afternoon, and when I walked into my room at the Beverly Sunset Hotel in West Hollywood, I heard a bitch moan, and I smelled crack. Yeah, crack cocaine, not girl. So, needless to say, I flinged open the bedroom door, and there on my bed, as it sounded like, was this bitch with her legs on Paul's shoulders, and Paul was going to town, just banging her away. So I reacted probably like you would think I did. Yeah, I reacted badly. Well, depends on how you looked at it. I pushed him off the bed into the wall. Then I grabbed her by her hair and I dragged her through my whole suite to the door, where I pushed her out the door and told her don't ever fucking show her face where I would see her again. Now, I left it there with her because frankly, I wasn't really mad at her. I was mad at him. See, I wasn't fucking her. Okay? So, I go back in the room, and Paul's in there trying to, act like everything's kosher. Well, honey, I tore into his ass. I didn't give a shit if he had that knife on him. I did not care. I beat that ass. He did not expect it coming. He didn't think I was capable of that. He seriously underestimated me. And, the years I spent in Houston, look, they didn't play in Houston, honey. If you had to fight, you had to fight for your fucking life. So I'm not saying like I'm a Billy Badass or anything. I'm just saying I know how to take care of myself, And so I threw Paul out. That was the end of me and Paul, obviously. That was the end of us. And Terry and I decided that Monday, we went to Peanuts, okay? And she had the bad situation happen with the guy she was dating, Philip, getting arrested with the stolen car. I had Paul cheating on me with that girl in my bed. And so we went to Peanuts with it on our mind to get drunk and have some fun. And we did. Child, we went out, we partied our asses off at that bar that night. And when we went out, y'all, I was in a mood. And I wore 5-inch stilettos with a thong, assless black patent leather chaps, and a bustier. Yeah, Madonna was, the bustiers were all the rage in the 80s. And so, yeah, I that's how I went dressed. And Terry and I walk in, of course, gagged some folks, the assless chaps were kind of a statement. And after the bar closed, when when last call, after that, Terry and I go outside. And these two really, really gorgeous, young, heavy metal looking boys were out in the parking lot with their motorcycles. And so they asked me and Terry, hey, y'all, where y'all going? And started that kind of small talk stuff. And come to find out, they wanted to know if we wanted to go ride on their motorcycles with them. Well, listen, I was out to have fun and I was drunk. So I said, screw it, let's go for the ride on the motorcycles, And it was kind of hilarious because Terry was wearing, I had on like a black leather biker cap with my outfit, like a black leather motorcycle cap with it. And Terry was wearing, she had one of those clip-in ponytails, like a banana clip, if anybody remembers what banana clips are, and it clipped onto the back of her head. So we go cruising around Hollywood with these boys, and we get to, Sunset, and it's going good, and she's holding on to the back of her hair like, no, because it's blowing, And I'm laughing at her. She's laughing at me. The boys aren't paying attention to what we're doing, sitting on the backs of the bikes. So we get to a stoplight on Sunset, and all of a sudden, Terry tells me, "Jamie, look behind us." I turned around, and there was good old Eddie Murphy, and he was in the passenger seat of his black Aston Martin, and Arsenio Hall was driving. And I was drunk, so I didn't think about discretion or, does his friend know that he likes trans girls? I didn't even think about that stuff because I was hooted, y'all. So I started yelling, "Hey, Eddie, hey!" And I was like, "Listen, go on down to Santa Monica. We'll be back over there in a little bit. See you there." And yeah, we took our drunk asses on and we went to a warehouse in Hollywood. It was in that area, and we ended up in this warehouse with these headbanger boys, and they asked us if we wanted to earn an ounce of weed. And if y'all want to know what happened next, y'all know the routine. Be here tomorrow, and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.